Happy 2025, everyone. We are so excited to get our construction season underway. We're starting with hopefully a one-day project. What we have this year is our small features, and I'm so excited by those because they are a great way to get you that sound of running water for a really good price point. The other thing that's so fun about these is that we're gonna bring this area to life with that sound of running water. We're gonna be putting in a bubbling urn for our clients today. And when we do this, we make it so that we can really accommodate for extra splashing. And we're gonna customize our plumbing. We're gonna put in a custom light in this as well. And we're gonna have a couple other lights. So what I'm really excited by is that it's gonna create the perfect sound barrier because we're in uptown Minneapolis where the neighbors are a little closer than in the suburbs. But what that's gonna do is it's gonna privatize this area even more. So when they're sitting here and enjoying a nice meal together, it feels like they're enclosed in their own little private paradise. We're gonna be putting the urn in somewhere right around here. Got to take out a few plants before, and we're gonna kind of show you the process. You're just gonna be able to see some time lapse, maybe check in with you about halfway through, and then we'll get to that final reveal, which is gonna be so fun. It's by hand. We've got some access challenges here. Again, we're in a tight neighborhood, and we have a big wall we have to lift our rocks up on top of. It's awesome because, hey, it's the first day of the year. Might as well make it a nice hard day so that we know what to expect for the rest of the season. I love the spot they chose because all of their windows are gonna have a great view of it, and we're gonna attract birds, we're gonna attract all sorts of really fun things, as well as bringing the peaceful sound of running water to this backyard. Stay tuned because this is gonna be a really fun build. One of the reasons people like to hire us is because of our attention to detail and how much we care. What we found is someone else left something for the next guy. A lot of buried things that have been buried under here. And so we don't just bury them and leave them for you. We're gonna haul them out of here and dispose of them properly. So that's one of the reasons people like to hire us, is we really do care about this being something that lasts the test of time for you. And we're just plugging away at digging in the basin. Once that's in, we'll show you more. Ah man, it's been an awesome day. Whenever we take on a project, one of the fun things is the uncertainty of it. We took out 2 wheelbarrows and 8 buckets of stuff that was in this hole. The flip side is we didn't have that much dirt we had to figure out how to use, so there's trade-offs and everything, right? The thing we got now is we got our basin in, and now we put out a bib liner because we always like to customize our urns so that they can handle quite a lot of flow. And then we also customize them so we can tone that flow down so that we can really fine tune it for you. One of the hardest things to do is take too small a piping and try to get enough water through it. So we always oversize things, and then we can step it down and really fine tune it to how you like. I really love the way this has come together because we're really paying attention to where they sit and enjoy it. And we got our accent boulders in place. Now the next step is we're gonna get the urn in, we're gonna get it plumbed, and then we're gonna get the lights and everything in a good spot. Then we'll come in and we'll do all of our accent work after that. I'm really loving how this is turning out, but keep watching because before you know it, we're gonna have water running through this thing and it's gonna look so cool. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we are in uptown Minneapolis, and as you know, the neighborhoods are a little tighter up here. The access isn't always the greatest. I love that we were able to park on the street and have a nice alleyway with a nice driveway to get in. We use this ball cart for any of these smaller installs when we don't have access or our machines are busy on construction. But here we had a little bit of a challenge in that there was a wall here, and luckily we were able to move one of the stones because it's dry stacked, but we still have to take every boulder up this wall and then we bring it into the backyard. So everything still gets hand placed no matter how big it is. But this is why people really like to choose us, because we don't mind challenges and we don't mind saying, yeah, we're gonna find a way to get it done. Especially here, it's gonna look so awesome. The juice will be worth the squeeze. All right, so we like to take a couple extra steps that help this really step up and really look awesome. Number one is doing that plumbing with some bigger plumbing, because you can always tone it back with our ball valve down there, but it's really hard to get the flow to go more if you don't do a bigger piping. So we have plenty of pipe to have really good flow. And then we put sandbags filled with gravel in there to really make sure this is weighed down in case this turns into a little bit of a splash pad and kids want to kind of lean on it and stuff. They're not going to tip it over or cause a break in the plumbing. And if we ever had to get in here to take it apart, it will be really easy. And then the other thing is we do a feeder line for our lighting cord so that can go down and in there really easily. Again, things we've learned over time with doing these. The first fill-in project of the year is complete. I am so happy with the way this turned out. We got some really big boulders in here. Even though we had tight access, you kind of saw where we had to conquer that. We moved in over a ton of boulders in here, over 2,000 pounds. I think we're closer to 3,000 pounds of boulders. And then we moved in about 1,000 pounds of gravel as well. But look how awesome this is. Now, Adam's gonna come back to get some final footage of this with our different camera when the water clears up, but I am just so happy with it because where you're looking at me right now is the main view, and I think it's just fantastic. They've got all these windows that are out here looking at it, and we really paid attention to where our lighting was gonna go. We've got lights hitting here, so it's not as to blind the neighbors and go into their windows, and then the rest of the lights are going there, not going at the neighbor's house. So I'm really excited by that. And I just love the way we were able to get these boulders to flow. And really, I can't wait to see how she plants it over time, because you can really plant these things so nice. You can get real intimate with the rocks and let those creeping jennies crawl over. Maybe we get a little juniper in there that can fill in that space and really grow in over the cracks over time. But man, I love it. This is one of the big reasons we talk about customizing this water feature with extra plumbing. This is toned down a little bit from what it could be, but we found exactly the sweet spot for what our client liked, and it is just sending sound throughout the whole area. So I can't wait to come back and have you hear just how awesome it sounds and see it when the water clears up, because man, this is just gonna get cooler and cooler as it continues to go. If you can see something like this in your property, if you have a small front entryway or you're in a backyard like Minneapolis here, and you wanna get that sound of running water, we would love the opportunity to work with you. Check us out on our website, pondkingwatergardens.com, or just call us directly, 952-454-3101. We'll get you on a consultation schedule, and we'll come out and design something catered to you and how you want to use the space. Doesn't this look awesome for the space? I think we nailed it. I just love what we get to do for a living. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and tune in next week, because we'll have something cool for you then. We are Pond King Water Gardens, where we create living works of art 1 yard at a time.